Hello everyone and welcome to Tipsy, where we actually provide you with top tips to meet your specific need. So if you're new to this channel, consider hitting the like and subscribe button and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notifications and updates whenever we create a new video or tutorial. So today we are going to be sharing with you a top number one strategy that you can actually use to predict or to find out the best value home or the away team win matches using Sofascore. This strategy that we are about to share with you have been tested, and of course you can apply the same strategy to find the best value picks for home or the away team to win using this strategy. So the first step I actually want to take is to make sure that I locate my Play Store, as in my case here, and click on it directly. The next step is to make sure that you come to your Play Store, as in my case. At the search of the Play Store, make sure to type Sofascore app and locate this app that you can see here that says Sofascore Sport Live Score and click on it directly. Make sure that you install the app successfully, and once the installation has been completed, then the next step is to make sure that you locate the open button and click on it directly. Once you do that, you will actually be taken to the inside of the app that actually looks like this, as in my case. Since we are actually dealing with value bet home or the away team to actually win on football matches, then please make sure that you leave it by default on football, as you can see in this top area here. Once it is actually on football, then you can also make use of the calendar button that you can see here by clicking on the calendar and choose any specific date that you actually need matches to be displayed to you based on the calendar. For this tutorial, I'm going to leave it by default date, as you can see, on the 23rd. The next step you actually want to take is to locate menu icon inside of this app and click on it directly. Once you do that, you will be displayed with this sidebar that actually looks like this, or with this menu navigation. The next step you want to take is to locate the dropping odds section, as you can see here, and click on it directly. Once you do that, the next step you actually want to do is to make sure that you locate this area that says high value streaks. Click on the high value streaks and you'll be displayed with matches that actually looks like this. There are actually two menus here. We have the menu of the team streaks and we have menu of head-to-head streak. For this strategy, we actually want to use team streak for this strategy. And once you are on team streak by default, what you are going to see are matches that will actually be displayed to you. And in this case, we want to locate high value home or the away team to actually win using this strategy. The next step you want to take is to make sure that you locate this area that you can see based on this line, and you are going to see results inside of here based on tips such as more than 2.5 goal wins, more than 2.5 goal wins, but our focus here is actually wins, and we actually want to explain this wins area so that you can actually come out with the best picks based on the home or the away team to actually win. The first case in this tutorial, as the first use case, is what I actually want to show you from the inside of this based on this match, as you can see win displayed here. In other words, they are telling you that there is actually a win that will occur for this match between these two teams. Click on the game directly, and once you do that, you'll be navigated to the inside of the match. Of course, once you do that, you are going to see the various game displayed to you like this. You will also see a full-time odd range being given to you. Like for the home team, we have 5.75 of the home team to win, and the away team to win, we have 1.40 for the away team to win. And of course, this already gives you an idea of which team is actually the favorite and what to actually look at when it concerns teams like this. In other words, they are telling you that the away team has an upper hand to actually win based on odds, as you can see displayed here. But we are not going to end there, because we want to even move further to come out with the best picks based on the display result. Now, make sure to locate matches and click on it directly, and you are going to be taken to a section that actually looks like this. The next step you want to take is to make sure that you navigate right at the bottom to first of all check if there actually exists any head-to-head between these two teams, to see how these teams always play whenever they meet, and to see how you can make a conclusion based on head-to-head and other criteria. But in this case, there are no head-to-head actually here In other words, we are not going to look now at the possibility of head-to-head. What we want to look at as the next thing to look at is this area that says ought. Make sure to locate ought in your area, as you can see here, and you are going to see the favorite odd being given and the team logo being mentioned at the side. In this case, we have 1.40 equal to 71% for cases like this. Now you are going to see a drop-headed menu or a drop-headed arrow pointing downward by the side of the odd. Make sure to click on it and you are going to see a small display result inside here. Read that display result. They say when the odds are 1.40 in this case, the expected chance of winning is 71%, but this team actually wins 60% matches with this odds. In other words, they are telling you that this team actually wins 71% based on recent form or its form, but this time it is actually winning at 60% matches with this odds. In other words, its performance has actually dropped from 71% to 60%. And in other words, they are telling you that to go at a straight win for games like this is a little bit risky, especially for the fact that not only that it is actually playing away, but it's also having a lesser form once as it is away with this odd with a lower range of percentage from 71 to 60. In other words, it is not a good idea to just go for a straight win in cases like this. It is good to look at the possibility of a double chance for the away team with this odd of 1.40 to stay on the safe side. So this is one of the use cases we actually want to share with you. The next use case we want to consider is the next match here that still have the win highlight here. Click on it directly as I will do in this case. And once you see cases like this, where you actually have forms of these two teams being mentioned to you based on league table and the recent form, then it is a very, very good idea. You can see that the favorite team here is actually home and the non-favorite team is actually away. And based on the odds, the home team have a winning odds of 1.16 and the away team is 12. They're actually telling you that the favorite team has an upper hand, and this is true because based on the form table and the league table position, the favorite is 2 and the non-favorite is 4. Therefore, we already have an idea that the home team is going to win in this case, but we are not going to relent or to rest only in this area, but to move further on the standing area to click on standings and check that there are two things to consider in this area. The first thing is to make sure that you are going to see two menus here, home and away, as you can see here. Make sure to click on both home and away, and the favorite team should lead in both of the cases. In other words, the position of the favorite team both at home and away must be greater than that of the non-favorite. In this case, if I come to home, you are going to see that the position of the favorite team is number 2, which is greater as the non-favorite in number 9 position, which is already one thing to tell you that it is very possible for the favorite team to actually win, especially when it is at home as compared to the opponent. Next, I want to go to away and look at the position of these two teams based on away. They are still telling you that even on away play, the favorite team, which is actually in the second position in this case, still perform better on away as compared to the non-favorite. In other words, there is the possibility chances that most of the head-to-head, even when Rosenberg is away, he still have upper hand to beat the opponent even when it is at home. This is already telling you that there is a possibility of the home team to have a win in this match, and it is a good consideration to take as long as this case is concerned. But you are not going to end here. You move another step further to come to matches and move screw downward to check at the head-to-head between these two. In this case, when you come to the head-to-head, you are going to see that this same here, these two teams have actually met, and you can see that Rosenberg actually played away. It beat the opponent 3-0. This time it is coming home, and you expect even more opportunity for it to take the lead since as it is coming home, because it have even greater performance at home as compared to the away. Therefore, you can look at the possibility of it to win once it is home, and you can also look at the possibility of goals to occur in this case as over 1.5 goal to also occur in this match in full time, and even look also at the possibility of 2.5 goals in full time. So this is the second use case. The next use case we actually want to show you here is the possibility of the next, which is actually here. As you can see, win has actually been detected here, as in this case. I will click on it directly, and once as I'm here, I will click, as you can see in this case. In cases like this, you are going to see that they are actually in position 2 and 4 of the league table. But now this time, the thing I want to show you here is to look at the odd range, as you can see, based on these two teams, and their odds are actually very, very high. For the home team to win, it is 2.25, and for the away team is 3.60. It is a very bad idea to choose a favorite team here to win because the odd here range is very, very high. We look at the possibility of odd range for a team to win between 1.10 to 1.40 and maximum 1.45 to consider for a straight win. But in cases where the odd range are already more than 1.50 and even going to 2 to 3 to 4, then it is not good to go for a favorite. In cases like this, it is good to look at the possibility of goals. Once you move to the standing table, to look based on these two teams and go to matches to check the recent head-to-head between these two. If the head-to-head between these two always record more goals, then is it possible to go at the possibility of goals to occur here as over 1.5 or not. But to consider this, you also need to look at the odd based on this located area here and look at the most recent form, how they do perform. If they have odd range percentage have either dropped or increased. You can now look at this drop-headed arrow for the team that actually have 2.25. Click on it directly and try to check at its performance. If it is low, then even to go at the possibility of goals is a case to avoid. In this case, you can see that 2.25 expected chance of winning is 44, but it has dropped to 41. In other words, its performance has dropped. Same way as the opponent, it is 28, but now it has dropped to 17. So it is not a good idea to even look at goal possibility. So in cases like this, just always try to avoid. The next is this case where you see here win. I will click on it directly, and you are going to see that base here, they still have very high odd range. But this case is different because if you come to standing, you are going to see that there are no matches played, but on head-to-head, you are going to see that there is a most recent head-to-head here. And of course, there is no head-to-head here, but based on this area that says odd, if you click on this drop-headed arrow, you are going to see that from 48% to 60% it has increased for this team. And if you come one step behind, you are going to see that based on the increase of percentage, even though this team is going away, it will still perform greater and it has lesser odds. So the possibility to give it a double chance here is also a great possibility. So these are the cases that you can actually use to pick out high value home or the away team to actually win when it can concern this strategy using this app. So you can as well make a request on which video you actually want us to make for you so that everyone could actually benefit. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notifications and updates, and see you again in our next episode. Bye-bye.
And now I know my heart is a ghost town.